take a look here. Trying to go live here. Trying to go live here. We're live on Twitter. Are we live on YouTube? People coming in. Everybody come on in. So I think we're live here at Bud Walton Arena. Aaron Torres, I am here live at Bud Walton Arena. I guess I should just start off the show like the normal. Welcome in, everybody. Episode, I guess it would be 498, I think, of the podcast that's Sweeping America, the Aaron Torres Sports Podcast. I am doing a live show from Bud Walton Arena in the post Arkansas melee that is Arkansas Duke. So Arkansas beats Duke by a final score. I don't know what the final score was. It was a lot closer than it should have been because Arkansas could not beat a press break to save their lives. Arkansas wins 80-70. But I'm live here at Bud Walton Arena. I got all the students coming up off the court, leaving the arena. So I just want to dive in. I see some people coming in. I see some comments coming in. We'll get to some of the comments momentarily. But I am live here at Bud Walton Arena. First of all, just want to thank everybody for your support. First time here. It is an unbelievable arena, an unbelievable environment. This was obviously the biggest game that basically Arkansas has had for quite some time. You know, I'm not enough of a historian to know, but people tell me that this was the biggest home game maybe since the UNLV game in 1991. I believe it was number 1 versus number 2. But you could feel the energy all week long while I was here. Students were camping out. It was just absolute insanity on campus all week. So I appreciate everybody joining me for this post game. I am live from Bud Walton Arena. And I just want to quickly react to some of what I just saw here. So Arkansas wins 80-75. I don't know what else to say other than that. Listen, it was just a really, really, really fun game. You know, you start out early. I actually thought Duke played very well. I thought Duke hit a couple shots early. I was like, man, these guys are kind of tougher than I expected them to be. But as the game went on, you could just see that Arkansas got more comfortable coming out of half. They go on that quick 4-0 run. And then basically it was a wrap from there. Really fun game to be at because really about the last probably 7 or 8 minutes, really up until about the last 30 seconds, the game was not in doubt. Arkansas, I think, took as much as an 11, 12, 13-point lead. And so I just bring it up because it was a game where Arkansas was in control. The arena was rocking. The arena was loud. It was as loud as any environment that I've ever been in. Caleb Battle hit a 3 with probably about 8 minutes to go. And it was as loud of an environment as I have ever been part of. So it was so much fun. It was my first experience at Bud Walton. And boy, oh boy, did it deliver. For Arkansas, let me just say this. Listen, first of all the talk about, oh my goodness, Arkansas, they're overrated. They stink. They're 4-3. Everybody take a deep breath. First of all, besides the Duke game tonight, they beat Purdue early in the year when Purdue hasn't lost a game yet. Now, listen, it was an exhibition game. I get it. If you watch the game, both teams were trying to win. Okay, so they beat the number 1 team in the country that just ran through the Maui Invitational. Obviously, last week it didn't go well in Atlantis, but they come back here, the home crowd, and again, you could just tell by being around the team throughout the day that they were going to be locked in, they were going to be focused. In terms of the game itself, listen, again, take out the last 5 minutes. I thought it was as a complete of an effort as I've seen from Arkansas all year long. The guards I thought were really good. Caleb Battle was a guy, so I was able to watch a little bit of practice earlier in the day. And Caleb Battle was a guy that was just basically just the way he carried himself. He strikes me as the guy that is going to break out for Arkansas, and he did in a big way on Saturday or on whatever today is, Wednesday night. I don't know why I said Saturday there. but he finishes with 21 points. That big three, like I said, with about 8 minutes to go, was just unbelievable. And Bud Walton was as loud of a basketball arena as I have ever been in. The rest of the guards I thought played pretty well. Again, till the last couple minutes, LL could get the ball past half court, but I thought it was one of his better games early on. And Layden Blocker, listen, if you haven't watched Arkansas, young kid, true freshman, he just gives them really good minutes off the bench. 9 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, all that good stuff. I should mention Jeremiah Davenport, by the way, 2 threes right before the half to give them a little bit of spark. Just going through some of kind of my notes here. I'm going to get to some of the comments. If you have any thoughts, please go ahead and drop them in. Don't say that Purdue. We're talking about the Purdue fans, blah, 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 are not happy when I guess I credit Arkansas for a preseason win. But so drop your comments, drop your thoughts. If you want to know what I think about Bud Walton, all that good stuff, just let me know. But again, this arena was incredible. The atmosphere was incredible. As far as Duke was concerned, it was kind of crazy. By the way, Grayson, who runs the Torres on the HOGS page, is standing right by me right now. He does great work there. If you're an Arkansas fan and you're not following, follow Torres on the HOGS. As far as Duke's concerned, listen, I don't know what to say because I don't want to discredit them because it makes it seem like Arkansas doesn't deserve to be credited. By the way, the band is playing really loud in the background, so if it gets too loud, just let me know. But, you know, I look at the Duke thing, and listen, I liked them in the preseason. They were my preseason pick to win the national championship. But at the same time, you watch them, and I watched them against Arizona. They got smacked against Arizona at home. Watched them against Michigan State. They weren't very good. And so I just bring it up because I look at Duke, and I think they're really limited. Like Filipowski, he was fine tonight. Statistically, he had a good game, but he was clearly shook by Arkansas's size and athleticism. Trevin Brazile was awesome. Chandler Lawson down low was awesome. And then the guards, like Jeremy Roach was basically the only guy that showed up to play for Duke today. So I just bring it all up to say that I am a little bit lower on Duke than I thought I would be coming into the season. But Arkansas, man, I'm telling you, it's going to work out. Everything is going to get figured out. It's funny. I was at practice on whatever today is, Wednesday. And it was funny because I was just watching them and they just have so many freaking guys. Again, I mentioned it. I haven't even mentioned, by the way, Trevin Brazile, who finished the game with 19, 20, 25 points, something like that. What did he finish with? He finished with 19 points, 11 boards, 2 blocks. Okay. He was as good as anybody on the floor. You just look at this Arkansas team. They're going to figure it out. Chandler Lawson is really good defensively. L. Ellis was fine. Devo Davis barely even played. I think he got poked in the eye early in the game. So these are just some rapid reaction thoughts. I may do something more for the morning because this is all just in real time trying to react. But Arkansas, I think the ceiling, to quote the old Michael Jordan, like, the ceiling is still the roof. There's no reason to me why they can't win the national championship. There's no reason to me why they can't make the Final Four. Remember, they did it today without Tremont Mark, their leading scorer, so I think they'll be fine. Those were just some immediate reactions. If you want to drop any thoughts or comments, please feel free to drop them in. Let's take a look. Let's see here. Dylan says he hears there's a big pig invasion. That's damn right there is. By the way, get your T-shirts at AaronTorresOnline.com. Help my dog live her glorious, glamorous life. I that's how I pay the bills over the Torres estate there. So get your Big Pig Invasion shirt. That's one. Let's see. Nice win for the SEC, but go Cats. We got some Kentucky fans listening in. Kentucky, by the way, if you missed the Wednesday Aaron Torres pod, we spent a ton of time talking about the Kentucky game against Miami. They were awesome on Tuesday afternoon. Thanks for the visit. Nice win. Home of Walmart. That is factually correct. Don't say Purdue is the Super Bowl. Physicality is going to cause Duke problems. I totally agree with that. I'm just a little bit out on Duke, and it's not to take away anything from Arkansas, but I just look at Duke, and I think the physicality is going to give them problems. I think athleticism is going to give them problems. And I think, their guards just aren't as good as we thought they were. So throw in your questions. Head to Dixon. I don't really want to say too much, but I may have been there last night a little bit later than planned. No big deal. It was fun. Wow. A couple people saying I got to hit up Dixon's, Dixon Street. That was, by the way, famously where Baker Mayfield, had his incident a few years ago. So I'm not trying to go all Baker Mayfield. I still got to get up early in the morning and do work. Do you have any questions before I get out of here? Again, I think the big takeaway, first of all, incredible first experience at Bud Walton. I think it was my first court storming ever, so that was pretty cool. the arena was unbelievable. The arena, for people who have never been here, I think most people watching, probably it's weird when you walk in. It's not big from a stature perspective, and everything is on top of everything else. And so I can see where it gets loud. As I said, I think it got as loud as pretty much any arena that I've ever been in, especially when that Caliph Battle 3 went down with about 8 minutes to go. So big takeaways. Listen, Arkansas is really good. They're going to be fine. They didn't even have Tremont Mark, who was their leading scorer, coming in. Caliph Battle, to me, is going to be the guy, and we got to give some credit to Trevin Brazil, who had a good game. If you want to throw in any more comments, let me know. We will go ahead and post this on the YouTube page and as a podcast in the morning for people who missed it. But boy, oh boy, oh boy, what a game. Gonna go see if I can catch Muss's press conference here, then maybe head out to Dixon. We'll see. How impressive was the win without Tremont Mark? I mean, he's averaging 18 a game. I mean, he single-handedly basically brought them back in the game against North Carolina a few days ago. So I would say it is very, very, very impressive. And again, it just goes to they're going to be fine. I mean, Arkansas recruits, especially in the portal, as well as anybody. Blocker and Bay Fall are as good a freshman, pair as most people have in college basketball. They got 9-10 guys that can play. Muss is going to figure out how they all come together. So, guys, I appreciate you coming in. I will probably get out of here. I'm going to Fog Allen on Friday night for UConn, Kansas. We may try this again. Not gonna lie. First probably minute, I didn't even know if anyone could hear me or anything. So we will probably try this again. But some comments on Nate Oates. I'm all over the place right now. Our producer, who is an Auburn fan, gave 2 enthusiastic thumbs up to that one. So those are the big takeaways. I will be back. I'll do a bonus pod, again, sharing the experience at Bud Walton, but appreciate everybody's time. Appreciate everybody's support. Again, as the little thing says on the bottom, the scroll thing, follow Torres on the HOGS on Twitter, Aaron_Torres. Big Pig Invasion tease. You want to help your boy out, go ahead and do that. That's all for Bud Walton. I'm going to go see if I can catch the end of Musselman's press conference. Did not see if the shirt came off or not tonight. It got pretty chaotic there at the end. I will be back. Appreciate everybody's support. We'll do it again.